And now from the CFTK-TV studios, this is Open Connection, brought to you by Rio Tinto Alcan and the Prince Rupert Port Authority.
Hello and thanks for joining us. Today on Open Connection, we are on location in the Lakes District where we got to attend a movie premiere and sit down with the cast and crew and walk the red carpet for a movie that was filmed right in this area. Neutral Territory is the film, and with me now is Joel Mark Harris and Josias Tschanz, who worked on the movie. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thanks for being here. Now, specifically, who did what and what did you do?
Well, I'm the producer and director, and I was also acting in the film. I played Henry in the movie, and
I wrote the script. I helped produce it with Josias, and also executive producer.
So how did the idea for the film come about? Because you wrote it, but it is loosely based on your life?
It is loosely based on my life. I think it's just based on, the family immigrating to a different country and trying to adapt to a new culture. So all these aspects were really portrayed in the film, and having my dad being part of the cast, of course, made it a lot more personal to me.
And well, when I was writing it, I also filled in a lot of my elements to my life. The main character, Henry, buys a coffee shop. And I've been working in the coffee industry for a long time. Also, I really, it's a very relationship movie, so the relationship between the father and the son is very much like the relationship I have with my father and me, and I guess trying to make that connection with the family.
So it's a real collaboration kind of between the two of
exactly.
you.
I think so, yeah.
How long ago did you start planning this, or did you sit down or go to one another and just say, hey, I have this idea, let's do this?
Yeah, I was looking for a writer. I had a writer that I was working with before that I had involved in this project, and that didn't work out, unfortunately, because he had to move to another country as well. So then I found Joel and asked him, hey, would you be interested in helping me write this story? And we sat down and spent a lot of days and nights talking about the structure, and then he's also involved certain elements of his life because we wanted it to be a very personal movie for both of us, and I think we achieved that.
And also, I think because we had the ranch here, and we wanted to film it such gorgeous scenery as you see, I think that was a big element of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So did you know from the beginning that you wanted to come or stay in this area to shoot it?
Absolutely. Actually, the big reason why we were almost pressured to shoot the film so quickly was because my parents were planning on selling the ranch. This, to me, is the place that I call home. I love this region, I love this place, and I just wanted to shoot a film here, a feature, before they sold the ranch. Now, ironically, 3 years later, the ranch is still here, so maybe we could have shot it a year later, but I'm glad that we did it when we did it, and it turned out fantastic. I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
How long did it take, I guess, from the beginning, like writing and then casting and everything, to completing it? How long is that timeline?
It's a big process. A lot of people underestimate how much work goes into it. I mean, the shooting, we shot it in 2008.
Yeah.
And then it took, just to edit it, to get it all done again, that took another year to. It was completed about in the end of summer of 2010 and released in 2011 in February in Beloit International Film Festival. But it was a big process. There's so much involved, from the editing, from the composing, from color correction, from doing ADR, so much post-production involved. So it was a long process, and we're glad that we have it ready to go now, and we're really excited to show it in Burns Lake.
Did it turn out exactly how you had imagined it, or fairly close to when you first started this?
I'd say that it turned out a lot different than I imagined, but I think through the changes, it actually is a lot better than what I started out with.
I think it's, as a filmmaker, it's funny because you always have this vision of how it's going to be, and it never ends up exactly the way you think it will. But that's what makes film such an interesting media such an interesting form of communication, because it gets influenced by all the people, the crew that are working on the film, and in the end you end up with an end product that maybe wasn't exactly what you thought it would be at the beginning, but it is a lot more personal, a lot more intimate, and I'm really proud of what everyone that helped out on the film has accomplished.
In the community of Burns Lake, you shot at the Rants. There's a scenery here. Where else did you shoot scenes?
We shot a couple of scenes in Vancouver itself, actually. We were in Vancouver for, what did we shoot then? The apartment?
The apartment scene, yeah.
Yeah, and we shot, the rest was all shot in Burns Lake and on the south side here. So it was pretty much, I would say, 98% shot in the region up here.
Perfect, pretty local. We'll be back with more after this quick break.
Open Connection will be right back after these messages.